we actually had that ready for you.
No, I gave her the link. Oh, you don't have it up?
It should be starting up in just a second, but other than that, we could just put her on mute and let her sit and watch it here as well.
Why don't we do that?
Why
We'll
not?
just put you on mute. I think that'll be easier,
Okay.
okay? All right, bye. All right, so we have to approve the February minutes.
I move we approve the February minutes.
I'll
Second,
second.
who was that, Loretta?
No, Marion.
Loretta.
Either one.
Either one. All in favor?
Fine.
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Okay, so with the pocket park, Loretta, you want to run the show on here?
Sure. Well, we currently have, we've asked people to make some, if the public has any ideas that they want us to consider. We were going to have it go into the Park and Rec Spring Bulletin, but that has been postponed. But Park and Rec has been putting it on their Facebook page. And then there's been a couple other Facebook groups that have picked it up. It's difficult. People are responding to the Facebook group that they see, but they really have to respond to our email address. So far, we've gotten about 13 emails replying with ideas. We have it open till May 6th. So we were going to wait and review all of the contributions, and the subcommittee is going to go over it, and then we'll, let the whole commission know what response we got from the residents of Brookfield. Otherwise, then we've been given, the town has encouraged us to move a little quicker. So we're kind of, even though we're all, in the current situation, a little, things are running slower, but we're going to try to move forward and get everything in place so we can have a statue in the pocket park.
Yay.
Good.
So probably have more next meeting.
Right.
Okay, great.
Marion or Jill, anyone else on the committee want to add anything? Did you talk to any sculptors or anything?
No,
Yes,
we haven't.
okay.
I don't think we've moved forward at all with other things because we're in the information gathering from the town.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to go shopping before we know what we might be looking for.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Good idea.
Loretta, what was the budget again on that, please?
We don't have a budget
Do you have
set.
a budget?
In the streetscape project, there is a $10,000 line for the sculpture. We may end up spending more than that, depending if we can get some grants, if there's some donations. I mean, that whole, donation environment and grants may be changing as we go through this our current events. So once we get our ideas, then we'll have a better feel for what direction we're going to go into.
Loretta, is that 10,000 free and clear without a matching fundraising requirement?
I believe it is. It didn't come with any sticker of any caveat of fundraising from the streetscape. They are going to handle the placement of the pads that we've asked the sculpture to be sit on, and the lighting and things like that. This is just for the statue itself.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
anything that's raised as additional funds will be on top of 10,000.
Correct.
Excellent. Oh, that's a good move.
And we might have more from the Capitol, right? But that has to get passed. Sue, do you know that? I don't know if you know. that.
I don't know if it's in there now.
Yeah, I don't know
My-
And I
that.
don't know when that's gonna get passed. That's probably August we're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
haven't-
And then the Sustainable Connecticut grant, it's not really called a grant. That's kind of like a GoFundMe. Once we get that set up, once we know what our bid budget, you have to know all those things before you set that up. And then say your neighbor puts in $20, they're going to match the $20 up till 12,000. So 12,500. So that could be a total of 25,000. But who knows what's going to happen with the state because of COVID? Like, I'm sure that we're pretty broke. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Mhm.
All righty. We good
Yeah,
with
and I
that?
don't know if, I don't know if there's another line in the town budget towards the sculpture.
I don't remember seeing one.
No, it's in capital. Sue,
I don't
can you do me a favor and look for
Yeah.
that on Monday
Sure.
next time you see the thing? It was supposed to be, I have a feeling it's in addition to the other 10,000.
Oh, that sounds, yeah.
And now the other thing that's confusing me
5,000?
because when Greg Dembowski first talked about the 10,000, that 10,000 was going to include the benches and the landscaping and stuff. Now it sounds like, no, it's not. So we got to get that worked out too, right, Loretta?
Yes, I think there's probably be some piece of it that goes, he told me we had 10,000 for the sculpture,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
didn't question whether it included benches. He told me it included the pad and the lighting.
Yeah.
That he was covering that under some other piece of his budget.
Yeah.
The Lions Club had said a few months ago that they were doing the benches. But of course, things
Okay.
have changed and we've had to cancel a few fundraisers. But I can reach out to them also if you'd like me to. Ask them what their intention is at this point.
Yeah, and I think we need to talk to Greg and get a clear, for sure, what's the 10,000? Like, is are the benches included? And if Lions Club's doing it, that's more money for us or whatever. Or is it truly for the sculpture? Like, to me, I think it's for pouring the cement and the lights and all that.
Yes, so, Sue, if you could see if there is something else in the capital budget, that'd be
Yep.
helpful. And all along, we never were responsible for benches. So
Mhm.
I don't know if we want, if the Lions are able to do that, that's wonderful, but it was always just in the floor plan, and the plans that I saw regarding it, the benches were always there. And any conversation I had with Greg, it never said like, oh, and you have to buy the benches. So,
Okay, good. Hi, Carmel.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I'm having computer issues.
Good to you.
that's a trend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
What's your little guy's name again?
Princeton, and he always knows when it's a Zoom meeting.
Hi, Princeton. He's a cutie. Are we good with the Pocket Park discussion?
Yeah, I've been following it.
Hello.
I'm good.
Yeah. This one as well knows when it's a Zoom meeting.
Yeah. All right, treasurer report. Loretta, you again.
I'm on again. Okay,
Actually, can I talk a little first?
Sure.
sure.
So because we are pushing off the film festival till October, there are some big bills that we couldn't pay in this budget. The person who puts our films together, Steve, was not comfortable billing us. He said he hardly did any work. And he said, if we have it in October, he'll bill us then. The Oscar guy was not going to bill us unless we had our film festival, which is very nice for them to do. Unfortunately, it kind of messes up our budget. So I said to Marcia, who's the controller, right? Sue?
Yes, yes.
Controller? I said to her, I got a lot of bills here that I really can't pay, but it kind of means we're gonna have 2 film festivals potentially in the next budget, which is gonna be hard. So anyway, that's why we have so much money right now. And hi Loretta.
Hey, there you are.
Loretta.
And so now you can talk.
Oh, okay. Let me get my papers. So the current available budget that we have is $27,098.
You wish, 2,700.
100.
I was gonna say.
I said thousand, okay, 2,700. And I sent a detail this afternoon, which, you know, just shows you what we spent. And I know there could be, because we didn't have the film festival, we didn't use the money where we thought we'd use it. So that's what it's 2,700, almost 2,800.
Right, and I do have some bills for signs. They, Lou and Andy are making us a sign for the end of the property, Playhouse property, a sign for Town Hall, riders for on top of our lawn signs. And she also is gonna bill us for October. And she said if we don't use it in October, we can just move it to when we have it in 2021. So that'll be good. That's another about probably 900 that'll be added to this, taken from this.
Reduce
So,
that.
Yeah, but the reason I haven't submitted them, Loretta, is because the one that goes to Town Hall, I have to I have to send that quote to land use. So, and I'm waiting for one more thing. So I want to send it all at once. So that's coming.
Okay. You have to-
Any other bills?
No, but did anyone see that Greenwich put their film festival online and they charged $125 a ticket?
Wow.
Well, it's Greenwich.
Well,
We usually charge if people came in person. So,
but I wonder if we could do that. I mean, maybe we'll just leave it like this, but if October gets canceled, we can, because somebody had said that. Somebody sent an email
Put it
to
online.
the Arts Commission and said, why don't you do it online? Because Ridgefield did that too. They didn't charge that much money. But so we might think about that.
Would we run into issue with the Oscars that we show?
I mean, I would
With
definitely
maybe
have
with
to
the
talk
rights?
to him. And I would
Okay.
talk to, well, I don't think I think there's a way to let them in. You don't just make it online, it sounds like, right, Carmel? Like they
I
sold,
don't know. I can send you the link.
yeah, I mean, I think you would only let the people who
Right,
bought
there must be,
tickets.
Yeah, yeah, you
there
have
must
to,
be a way
you
to
have
limit.
to, yeah, you have to pay to get access. I
Yeah,
guess
and I
they
think
send you
that,
the password and everything.
right,
But just like you're doing right now, where you're admitting somebody,
right,
right? You just
Yeah.
leave them in a waiting room if they.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
And I would definitely have to talk with all the people that we pay
Right.
for their movies. Are they okay for us doing it that way? But I think hopefully it'll work in October. We'll talk about that when we get to that thing. But anything else for treasurer report?
Catherine, just a question back to you when you were talking about connecting with Marcia. I presume that part of that is to see whether it's possible to carry over unused funds into the next year. Now, you know, that's not normally the way it's done, but I bet we're not the only town board or commission that will have underspent.
And I'm
But-
going to throw that at Sue. If you could
Mhm.
get more of a clarification
Mhm.
for us on Monday, because, and if you can, if, you know, I'll talk to Marcia myself, but I did say to Marcia, can we reserve this money? Because she had asked all the boards to lower our budget. And I said, I cannot lower it if I'm going to have 2 film festivals.
Right.
So
Right.
if you can let me move this to there, we're okay, and we can probably lower. But the only thing she said to me was, just go ahead with your film festival and we'll figure out the money. But that doesn't really like make it clear to me what are they really going to save our money. So
Right.
Sue, if you could, and just tell me and text me if you want. If you'd rather me handle that, I'll do that.
No, I'm happy to. I know there's, unencumbered funds that they talk about. So
Yeah.
let me ask her what her intention is. I know
Right.
we're not talking about a lot of money. So I think she's not too terribly concerned about
Well,
us.
to us, it's a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe in the scheme of thing, it's not, but like,
Right.
we can't like lose $1,000 because that's a lot, so.
Would cripple us.
Yeah, so if she has like a little reserve that she'll do it, that'd be great.
Yeah,
And
happy
probably
to.
if it doesn't come up at the meeting, then because we're a little thing compared to all the problems the town is going through right now.
Right.
I'll reach out to her before Monday, actually.
Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so art exhibits. What do you want to do? What should we do? Okay, did you guys read the agenda?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, one option is simply to extend everything by the duration of however long the town hall is shut down. Just,
Right.
Take that as a block and push everything back that far.
The high school one is done.
Right,
Take it out.
right. But the seniors, I mean, the town hall's not open. It's not, I
Well, the
think,
seniors can stay up once town hall is.
Yeah, they'd be happy to stay up. I
Open,
think.
yeah.
I
think
reached out to Ricky today and to Cindy.
yeah.
Yeah, I reached out to both of them today and haven't heard anything back yet. But yeah, once town hall opens, that's when we have this conversation, I think, because it doesn't, right now, it's all theoretical.
Yep.
Right.
But we could
So
say-
Alex, you think all the seniors are fine if their artwork just remains?
Oh yeah, they're not clamoring to get it back. And I think that exhibition was only open for a week or 10 days before everything shut down. So,
Now, what happened with the money? Did you give that money to the artist?
no, I still have the money. I told her that it was sold and that she has money coming to her, but obviously there haven't been any art classes and there haven't been the
Right.
opportunities to meet face to face.
So John, I had told Marion this, but we did sell a painting for 300. I believe it was 300. So our 20%.
I'm not sure. Whatever it was, 20% is separated, and that would go as our commission, and the rest of it will go back to the artist. The buyer paid in cash.
Yeah, she paid in cash. So
Now, of course, she's not in a position to take ownership until can get back into town hall. Whether she'll want to get that ownership as soon as town hall reopens, rather than leave it up for some longer weeks. Up to her. We haven't contacted her, but actually, I'll make a note of that and see what she might want to do.
she works
If
at
she
town
wants
hall.
it, yeah, I was gonna say if she wants it. Oh, she works at town hall?
No,
Whoever bought
I
it?
don't think
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if she really wants it before that and she's paid for it, we can certainly get it for her. I mean, people.
Yeah, no, I
are
understand
in
there'd be a way to get it out,
Okay.
without opening
Okay.
the place to the public.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of think she works at town hall. I'll find her name while somebody's talking. Anyway,
Would it be possible to take the films that we didn't show, or that we're not showing, and put together a little something and do it online and like charge $10 as a fundraiser?
what films did we not show?
Well, I mean, we had a lot of films that we looked at that we're not showing. For the
Yeah,
film
but then I
festival.
still have to get permission. Like when we decide to show a film, then I get permission and pay for it if we need to pay.
Oh, okay. It was just an idea to raise some money and to,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I definitely think that if October doesn't work, we definitely should do it virtually.
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
Mhm.
But let me think about that. The other ones, like that would kind of, to me, be the B group people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
about-
only because a friend said to me, I'm really going to miss seeing those short films.
Oh, tell her October.
Well, I know, but I thought to myself, well, if we have any that we could put online, maybe
Yeah.
people would pay $10.
Yeah. Let me think about that because we have old ones too. And Marion, I never got an answer. We bought the Manhattan Film Festival was having a, sale. You could buy, I think I told you guys at another meeting, you could buy one of their years of shorts, which I did, but I never got the, okay, can I show them? Which probably can't, but that would be a good thing. We could show them, We'll see. I'll see. Actually, there's somebody who works at Town Hall. She said she used to be on the Arts Commission, I think, or she lives in New Milford. You might know her, Sue. She's in the land use and kind of forget her name, but she was
Nina?
the one, huh?
Nina?
I think it was Nina. Maybe, but she was the one who got us started with going to the Manhattan Film Festival. And so we had a nice conversation, but she gave me a contact name from Manhattan Film Festival. Of course, I have no idea where I wrote it down, but is there another name there? I don't know that it was Nina.
I'm just trying to think of someone who works there and lives up in New Milford, but I'm
Maybe
sure
it
there's
was
more
Nina.
people.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll think about that. Those are good ideas. Vicky Stevens called me. She's the one who I showed you guys the artwork. It ended up her brother died and she doesn't want to do a show because just so much stuff. So we have that slot open. I have that on the agenda. And then Marion, Bridget, and I are going to work on the write-up for potential artists.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else for art exhibits?
Well, it got a little bit confusing there. So where are we? If we're saying that, let's say the town hall reopens end of May, schools are shut till almost the end of May. So I'd say that's probably a optimistic estimate. Then would we run the senior show for the remaining roughly 4 weeks that it didn't get a chance to show? So that would take it through June. And then you've got Ricky, presumably June and into, July and into August.
Right.
Am I sort of on track there?
Yeah, I would say the seniors will be from all of June to part of July.
Okay, well, it'd be good to sort of map this out on a calendar. So that would go through early July. Then would be Ricky again for about 6 weeks. So that would go roughly till the end of August. And then would be Cindy September, all of September and into October.
Why would you have the same guy like 2 months apart?
What same guy? It's not the same guy.
He said
Ricky
Ricky.
and Cindy.
He said Ricky.
Well, Ricky Paez, photographer, and then Cindy Yates.
Oh,
I don't know
Cindy.
what Cindy does,
I'm
but
sorry.
whatever.
Watercolors.
Okay, so we're roughly to the end of October, and then you're saying that from end of October through the end of the year, we don't yet have people.
Right. So the agenda
Okay.
says still looking for September, October, but it's actually November, December.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. So it's more or less 1 or 2 exhibitors to
Yes.
fill something
And
like 8 to 10 weeks.
Right. And with Bridget coming on board,
Good.
she has contacts too, so I'm confident we can fill that. Okay.
And she has art of her own.
She has art of her own.
Okay, thank you. I'm done on that.
All right. So now we're moving to the film festival. So I've scheduled it for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but Gary and anyone else, that also includes October 1st for the run through. Okay, Gary? Okay. I've talked to a couple of you guys, and we think under the circumstances, we probably don't want to serve food. I don't think people are going to be up for eating.
I might have on the first, Thursday, the 1st, the tech rehearsal.
Yeah.
I actually have a performance at the Emmelyn Theater in Mamaroneck.
Oh.
But I could make sure that it's all set up and have someone else, maybe
Yeah, well,
Steve, for instance. Yeah.
Yeah, with Steve and Lou, we'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys agree
Sure.
with the no food?
With the no food? Yeah, unless something changes drastically. Yeah, that's, well, the other thing, of course, these restaurant donors are not going to be in great financial shape. So hitting them up for donations is not going to really be fair.
Well, no, and we said if we do have food, we would pay for the food, and buy it from the people who have donated. But I still think people are going to be gun shy eating food.
Yeah, even if we buy them a bag of chips.
What?
I
Yeah.
was thinking that a bag of popcorn or a bag of chips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we
then
need
have
to be-
wipes, as many wipes, if they want to wipe the bag, stuff like that. Lou said when they did have Moon Over Buffalo, the night before they had to close, she's like, nobody ate any of the foods. Like, they had an opening night party, and she's like, people weren't eating. So anyway, we'll talk more about the film festival as it gets closer, because so much is up in the air. Okay, scholarship. We do need volunteers. I don't know if we've had any submissions. We need
I'll
3
help with it,
volunteers.
Catherine.
I'm sorry?
I'll help with the scholarships, whatever you
Thank you,
need.
Marion. So, and Marion, you'll do it for representing us, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, great. So I need 2 more volunteers to read over the applications. I don't think there'll be much, and I believe it'll be virtual, just like this. Anybody interested? I've done it for the past, I think, 4 years. I'd rather not do it, but I will if nobody signs up.
I mean, I will.
I can.
Okay, great. So Alex and Carmel, unless anyone else, we good?
And
If there
Mary.
are applicants, can we still see them?
Yep.
Have in advance, can we have any input?
Yes, we've done that before. So Mary Daniel is going to scan them because I said I don't have the ability to scan at home. So she's going to scan them. And then remember, I did that once before. It's like we got input from everyone and I put it on a thing so everyone could give, ranking and stuff like that. Okay.
And if they have submissions that are things like videos or more than just stills, there'll be a way to look at that.
Yep. I'm not
Okay.
getting involved.
Sounds great.
Somebody said they're I think Sue Renz is doing that part, but anyway. Do you guys care about seeing the application? I don't think I ever showed you. Or did I?
I thought you did.
Yes,
sent
you
us
did.
An
You
email.
shared the final version.
So we're good with that. All right, then block party was canceled. I did get a check sent back to me that I'll have to write a check to town hall because I was already reimbursed. And same thing with, they never printed the high school program because they never had a play. So I'll be getting that $50 back. So, so our budget's going to be higher than. But
We're in the money.
I got paid, so I have to pay the town. So, and Sue, do you know who I would pay? I'll talk to Ginny.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably end up, going to Marcia, but I mean, who you'd want to make it out to, I'm not sure. Probably town of Brookfield, and then in the memo line, Arts Commission would be my guess. But,
All right, I'll call Marcia.
and then go to Marcia.
Okay. So let's see, long range plans.
Getting out of
Survival.
our houses.
I get out of our house. Anything?
We've got a lot on our plate as it is.
Yeah. New business? Anything?
I would like to mention one thing.
Yeah.
First of all, everyone is about the same age, I believe, or somewhat old enough at least to know this. As we're looking at the squares and the faces, am I the only one that keeps thinking Marcia, Marcia, Marcia every time someone mentions Marcia?
Oh my nose.
I don't get it. Oh, because of Brady
Brady
Bunch?
Bunch, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just one thing I'd like to mention, which is sort of arts related. Catherine knows about it, but Yvonne Setch, the town librarian, had conceived the idea of having a poet laureate for the town of Brookfield. This is obviously an unpaid voluntary office. Several other local towns have a person in that position. And she's taken it to the point now of creating and putting, I think, online an application form for people who might be interested. And, broadly, the duties would be to promote poetry, one of the arts, but poetry specifically within the town, and to actually participate in a limited number of town events, bringing poetry, either that person's own poetry or other poetry, to those events. So I think it's fine. It's within our broader area of scope, but I'm happy that the library is taking that forward. And I think it's something that, as the opportunity comes, would be good for us to support.
Okay.
Well, I think we're going to have to, because they want one of us on the deciding committee.
I think Alex is going to do it unless anyone else is dying to do it.
No.
Yeah, so Alex is doing that, okay?
If I can look,
when I saw it, I would have put it on Facebook, but we have the scholarship and give us your info, your thoughts on the sculpture, and it was just too many asking for.
Yeah, but we probably should put it. When is that due, Alex?
I'd have to go look it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a
I
type.
to tell you the truth.
It's
What'd you
very
say,
quick.
Colleen?
I said, I think it was all around the same time.
Yeah, but still, I mean, we should,
So that's why I didn't do it, because there was too much of other stuff up there that was time sensitive. And what I really should do is put out the scholarship again.
yeah, and maybe we can put, if you can find the link, Alex, and then we can put it on our individual pages.
Yeah.
It's back in the library feed somewhere.
Okay.
I think it was on the Hamlet Hub too.
Okay. All right, well, if I find it or whoever finds it, just hit reply all so that people can put it on their Facebook page. It'd be good to have like a JPEG probably of it.
I just Googled it, but I'm not
They're looking
able to see
for, I just looked it up, they're looking for applications by May 15th.
Okay, well, good. Then they can go up after the 8th.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Anything else?
Yeah, I would just add that as you see how easy this type of meeting is, that perhaps we should consider this during the winter months.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. And we should talk to the town. I would say, Sue, this might be brought up too at your meeting, that when it's treacherous weather, instead of canceling a meeting, we quickly can do this. But I don't know if that means Dan has to be involved.
Well, that could be a good question for Dan.
At the
Dan,
moment,
you
I'm
still
sitting
there?
in as facilitator, but in the future, if it's something we're continuing to do, we will be training board members on how to host themselves if we need to.
Perfect. And then we just have to make sure that we have a YouTube link so people, well, I don't know that you have to have a YouTube link, because if people in town hall, if people miss the meeting, they miss the meeting. Ours is never videotaped.
Yeah, it's something that will be at the discretion of the boards. If it's something where you want to have it broadcast and recorded for later viewing, we could do it that way. Otherwise, it's just whoever's in the Zoom meeting itself.
Cool. That'd be great. Yeah, I agree, Gary. Okay. Well, this was great. Are we good? And 8:12, and I can eat dinner and see my.
Harry, when are we seeing your daughter's, the continuation of the video that she made with the old house.
Who are you talking to?
Mary.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there was actually one follow-up to that. I could send you a link to see it online.
That would be great. I'd like that.
All right, we good? It was
We're
so
good.
nice seeing everybody.
Yeah, great to
Okay.
see your faces.
Be safe.
Bye.
Be safe.
Don't forget that you have to make motion to end the meeting.
Oh, yes.
No
good-
motion.
good point.
Come on, people.
Meeting without exception.
Without exception at 8:12. This is our shortest meeting, I think.
Yeah, easy
Oh, that's
commute
good.
too.
Thank you so much, Dan, and thank you, Bridget. We're so excited to have you on board. I don't know if she's still there, but
She's there.
we unmute her. Hi, Bridget.
Thank you.
Hi. Yes,
There's a
thank you
chat.
for, I just typed a chat, but yes, thank you for having me sit in tonight. And I'm looking forward to the next meeting.
Yeah, and anything
So-
you want to add?
No, not
Stop
tonight.
it.
Just get ready to get started.
All right, we'll see you in May then. Thank you,
Okay.
Dan. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Jen, can I ask you a question? No,
Yeah,
is
who
she
said
gone?
that?
Bridget?
No, I'm still here. Yes.
Did Ryan tell me that you've spoken to my daughter-in-law?
Yes. I
Okay.
have. Yeah.
Okay,
It's nice to.
so that's
Yeah.
a conversation we'll have to have. Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks.
All
Hey,
right,
everybody.
be well.
Nice meeting you, Bridget.